Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today's project, we're going to be replacing the basket and drain assembly in this sink here. Now, to take it out, of course, you would have to remove it first, which basically would just be unscrewing everything you see underneath the bottom of it, removing the drain, cleaning out the existing sink area of any kind of corrosion or any kind of compound that may be underneath there. But in this case, we have a brand new sink, so we don't have to worry about cleaning anything up. We're just going to be installing the new basket that we picked up. And I will tell you this, we picked this up at a plumbing supply store because the stuff that you buy at the big box stores, it's really kind of flimsy, and you don't want to take a chance on putting in a flimsy basket such as this from a big box store and then having it leak. So pick it up in a plumbing supply store is really not that expensive. I think the whole assembly was like 25 bucks. So you'll get a good quality product at a plumbing supply store. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the piece that comes with it like this, put it on the side. When you get it from the plumbing supply store, it comes with a new seal down on the bottom like this. So we're going to take off this, put it on the side. We're going to take this off here as well. This I picked up at the store itself because whenever you open up any kind of a plumbing part, you want to replace it with a new one. This piece here, we unscrew it off the bottom like this. This piece then comes off like this. Watch how it comes off because that's how we're going to put it back on. We're going to take this paper piece that came off like this. We're going to put it on just like that because that's how we're going to put it on. This gasket here goes on here as well, just like that. We're going to take some plumber's putty and we're going to put it around the base right here, and then we'll put this through the opening in the sink itself, and we're going to center it in that opening. Now, there's different kinds of plumber's putty you can use. One is non-stain. Let me just read it exactly to you so you know what I'm talking about. One is a stain-free, and the other does not say stain-free. So if you're going through a stainless steel sink, you can use this one. If you're going through a sink that is not stainless steel, you probably want to use something that's made like this. It's stain-free because if you have a porous sink, it'll actually stain the area around the basket itself. All right, so what I'm choosing to do is I'm going to use this one even though it's a stain-free because it's a better quality in my opinion. And then we'll put that down in there and get it tightened up. We're going to take out the plumber's putty like this, take a big chunk of it out, and you roll it until it comes into a long, thin strip. And then we'll put the long, thin strip around here. Then we put this through the opening right through here, and then we'll go down the bottom and we'll put the rest on there. All right, so let me roll this piece out, and then we'll come back when I have it rolled out and we'll stick it on there. Okay, we're going to put the putty around in here like this. Now, remember, most of this is just going to squeeze back out and it's going to be thrown away. But my theory is you're better off having a little bit too much than a little bit too little than having a leak. All right, so now that we have it all done like that, we're just going to push this just like that all the way around. And as I said, the excess will come out and we'll clean it up later on once we push it through the new sink. All right, so that's that. We'll take it now, and we'll put it into the opening. We're going to center it in the opening in here, just like this. Push it down, like that. Give it a little push, and you see it starts to squeeze out already. And of course, we'll clean that up later on. Okay, just like that. Let's go down the bottom now, and we'll screw on the seals down the bottom. Okay, now before I go down the bottom and put those seals on, I just want to point this out to you. Sometimes this basket may rotate. If it does, you'll have an assistant hold it with something like this to hold it so it doesn't rotate. And if you don't have needle nose like that, you can use a very large screwdriver, put it in there and have your assistant hold it so that the basket doesn't rotate as we start to tighten it up down the bottom. All right, so we'll come back to that in just a minute. And now let's take our assembly. Remember, the rubber seal is going up first, the paper, and then this screws on the bottom like that. And we're going to use a pair of very large adjustable pliers to snug this down. We're going to snug it down nice and slow because that way the putty up here can come out. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we're going to take our seal now, put our seal with our paper gasket here, take our basket on the bottom like this, push it up like that, take the nut and screw the nut on here. And then we're going to snug it down just till it touches it. Okay, now it's caught. We're just going to this down. We're just going to snug this down very slowly. You don't want to over tighten it. We're going to go nice and slow and let the putty squeeze out up on top. Tighten it down just a little bit. Remember what I said about holding that basket. You can hold it from the top if you have a helper. If you don't have a helper, you can take this, put it up. Like that, and then hold it, and we can snug it down just like this. As I said, nice and easy. That's good for now. Now up top again, and that should do it. Okay, and then we'll just clean out the excess putty in here like this. Now obviously we're going to take the rest of it out too, but we're going to go back down the bottom and we're going to snug it in down the bottom a little bit tighter, and you'll notice that as I tighten it, more putty will squeeze out. So you keep an eye on that, and I'll do this. Am I through that now?
Not through the center. Oh, yes, you are through the center. I apologize.
Okay. All right, so now we have it there. We're holding it, and we're going to snug that nut down ever so slightly. You don't want to over tighten it. Okay. Now we'll clean out the excess that's going to squeeze out through here, and then we'll go down the bottom and we'll connect it up on the bottom. All right, next we're going to take our pipe and we're going to connect it up to the bottom of the basket that we just put on. It goes on just like this. I'm going to use a little bit of this Pro Dope stuff here on here, just so we don't have any kind of leaks whatsoever. Okay, just like that. We're going to take this, put it on here, just like that. I'm going to put a slight bit on the top here, just like this. I know somebody's going to say you don't have to do that, but I'd rather do this one time and never worry about a leak versus putting it together only to find out it's going to leak. So we're going to take this, put it up underneath here like this, screw this onto it. Snug it down. We're not tightening anything up yet. We're just going to catch it loosely for now, just like that. Okay, now we have a new O-ring down on the bottom right here as well. We're just going to slide this up a little bit, brand new. We are going to take a little bit of this Pro Dope again, put it on here, just like this so that we don't have any kind of leaks whatsoever. Okay, next this is going to slide up like that, and we're going to put a little bit of that Pro Dope right on here as well. This is a press fit. Just so you know, there is no gasket on this. It's just strictly plastic to plastic. Okay? Okay, just like that. We're going to take this, slide it up as far as you can, up into here. We want it to go all the way down, so we're going to hold it here and just push it up as far as it goes. Now we're going to take this, push it back, turn this like that. And then we're going to reconnect everything in here just loosely for now. It's not going to be tight yet. Screw it down. All right, and once we have it caught there, we'll then take this gasket, push it down as well, just like that. And we'll screw this down here, just like that. Now you don't have to tighten this down with a wrench. We just want to tighten it down till it's snug. But if you feel more comfortable, you can snug it down with a wrench. Just like that. Make sure everything is tight. Now we'll tighten this up right here. Make sure you have your dishwasher port facing the direction you want. We're going to rotate it just a little bit. Just like that. And now we'll snug this nut here down right here. Okay, so that's tight. This is going to be tightened up here just a little bit. As I said, it's plastic, so be careful. Same thing here. Okay, tight, 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 and tight. Next we'll take our dishwasher connection and we'll bring that around and we'll put that on here as well. Okay, so now after we have everything connected up, we snug this up here. We made sure that this is tight here. All of the connections are tight. We're now going to turn our supply lines back on and we're going to test to see that there's no leaks in it. Okay? Okay, let's check it out and make sure we have no leaks. The way you would test for leaks basically is you just run your fingers around everything to make sure that nothing is leaking here. If there was any leak, of course, you would see it dripping. Nice and dry. Nice and dry. And our supply lines here, there's no leaks whatsoever there either. All right, so we know that this is in good shape. Let me shut that water off and we'll talk about that. All right, so that's it. This job is done and we're on to the next one. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Give me the thumbs up if you like this video and you'd like to see future videos such as this. Now, it is normal in the basket right down here. The putty will squeeze out as the unit is in there for the next day or so. You may see a little bit of putty come out of there. You can clean it out with a screwdriver, clean it out with your finger, whatever. Don't peel out what's underneath the bottom, but any of the excess that squeezes out, take it and throw it away. Make sure you check the trap down below. There's no leaks underneath there. And if there is, you can just tighten it up just a little bit on the bottom and you'll be good to go. But that's it. This video is done. This job is done and we're on to the next one. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.